Hey B2B agency owners, this is Tanishk, and I hope that you all are doing really, really good. And in this video, I'm going to explain that what are AI SDRs exactly and why they are like being now called as the sales cheat code in 2025, specifically for the B2B agencies, because their performance in B2B space is just phenomenal. Okay, so let's get started with this. And the reality of 2025 is now almost is that ASDRs are like just so much better, like around they provide 7 to 10 times better results or more results than the manual SDRs. Okay, and by manual SDRs, I mean, as an agency owner, you might have hired some VAs or appointment setters, a team of them, or you might have outsourced your lead generation to another agency, or the third part is that you might be doing it manually yourself also for your business. Okay, and but this above statement is also depends on different conditions that we're gonna talk about. Okay, certain criteria, and those criteria are like. You as an agency, you might have some offer, okay, and your ICP also, and it's possible that your offer or ICP doesn't fit this AI SDR's landscape or system as of it is right now, because I can say that 90% of B2B agencies are already qualified, okay, to use these kind of systems as their systems and to get integrate these systems in their agency in their complete process. But still, those 10% might possible that their offer or their ICP doesn't fit with the current overall system and landscape of these ASDRs as of right now in 2025 bit. So yeah, let's get started with the video now. And the first thing that I need to mention is that AI doesn't approaches this process differently. Okay, the sales development trap. Okay, this complete sales development process, AI doesn't approach this thing so very differently than how human SDRs do it. Okay, I'm gonna show you that. So like how a human or manual SDRs work exactly. Okay, so like the first thing is that prospecting, finding those potential prospects using like softwares like maybe Apollo and Lead Organic, and these different kind of softwares, or like using Google search, search engine, LinkedIn, okay, or like Google Maps, and like these different kind of channels and softwares you might use, okay, to find those to create those list of prospects, okay, those potential prospects, those ICPs. Okay, and then the second thing, researching. So getting their social media handles, getting their business profiles, business websites, getting their personal websites. Research is all about knowing more and more about their business, their current situations, okay, their current problems also maybe, and about the decision makers also. Okay, just learning more and more, collecting more and more data about them, okay, as depth as possible. So this is going to be used in further steps for the better scoring and for creating better personalized scripts also. That's what the research is. And then the scoring part, okay, scoring them, that how qualified they are, okay, like what is the potential of them as an ICP, okay, how qualified they are. That's what just about the scoring. Then we have the the final part, that is starting outreach and engaging, okay, like the hardest thing to crack for 90% of the B2B agencies right now also, okay. And then we have what, like getting meetings booked. Seriously simple, okay. So AI also follows the same path only. 90% of this whole path is almost exactly same as a human SDR do, is exactly same for the AI SDRs also, for the AI systems, these systems also. But how these AI SDRs actually work now, okay, and why they are 7 to 10 times better also, okay, than the human SDRs. Okay, so let's just go through that part. Okay, so the first thing is that we have is the basic version of the ASDRs and the advanced version. So advanced version is something that only our agency is now gonna start providing, okay, to different B2B agencies. Okay, we're gonna go through the advanced version also, advanced part also, but I'm gonna first of all explain you the basic version, okay, to get a better idea at a foundational part. So the first thing, of course, okay, to specifically defining your ICP, okay, in a single sentence, and not in a single sentence, I mean, but the more precise you will be with your ICP, the better your results will be, the better your outreach will be, the better your scripts, the better clients, of course, okay, the better qualified meetings and everything. Yeah, so that's the most foundational step. And now here's the step 1. I actually written this just step 2, but I think it should be step 2 only, because we are going through the overall part, the overall system. In the overall system, it's the step 2. So it's prospecting, okay. So yeah, like in prospecting, as I mentioned, same as even as we are do, okay, collecting those list of potential prospects. But AI do this thing, as I mentioned, like 10 times faster than the human SDR do. Because if you are using a software like Apollo, okay, to getting leads, to finding leads, okay, then it's like really easy for a human SDR also, for a human also to actually get those leads, okay, to create those leads and everything, okay. But it's really hard for them now to get those leads using Google search, maybe, or through LinkedIn, okay, or through Google Maps, okay. It's really, really hard for them, okay, to finding those potential prospects from them, from these channels, and collecting in a list, and like then doing the overall research and everything. It's really hard, okay. It's really time taking. They get really burned out in doing this thing only. It takes them hours to actually create a cleaned list of prospects. But AI do this thing in minutes, literally. In just minutes, thousands of potential prospects from each and every channel, from softwares like Apollo, also from Google search, from LinkedIn, okay, from the yellow pages maybe, or from the Google Maps. So each and every part, they get leads, thousands of leads, create a cleaned list of leads, okay, with a cleaned data, okay, managed in minutes of thousands of potential prospects. That's where it's already better, okay. Then we have the research part, okay. So there's no question in this part only that AI is already like 10 times better in doing the overall research. Because as a human SDR, if you're gonna see the overall let's say scenario, me, if I have founded a lead, I'm gonna go through their social media profiles, their business website, their personal website also maybe, and I'm gonna try to get the important data, okay, the important content, the important overall data from the website of them, to know more and more about the website. I mean, about their business, about their current business situations, also about their personal life also, okay, to connect with them further in the scripts and everything, to actually even score them, okay. And as a human SDR, as a humans, we miss things, okay, we do some mistakes, okay. It's possible that there might be some data in some particular page of a website, but we have just missed it by just like not going over there. Or even if we land to that website, we might still have missed some particular content that might have been really useful in terms of scoring further or creating those personalized scripts. So it's a really important part, okay. And AI already excels in this because it gets each and every word, each and every part from all the channels, from social medias, pages, handles, business websites, and everything, okay. It just get all the data, each and every data, and then it creates a complete comprehensive summary or context in which all the important data is mentioned, okay, maybe in a short, but it is still mentioned, so that it was going to be used. We know everything almost about that particular business that will going to be useful for us to close them, okay, to make sure that they notice us as a sender in scripts, in terms of doing conversations with them and everything else, okay. That's where it excels already in terms of research. Then we have the scoring part, okay. So like scoring is all depends on the research only, because the more better your research will be, okay, the better your scoring will also going to be. Because it's just really logical, okay, practical. The more research you're going to do, and you found out in researching only, you found out that this leads business has these problems maybe, or their offer is this, and they're also providing same kind of services as ours or something, then you might leave that prospect, okay. You might leave that particular lead, that no, it's not the right person, it's not the right lead for us, okay, it's not the qualified one. And that's where AI already excels, because AI has actually done this comprehensive research already, so it's already excels in scoring also, like in that scenario. Great. Then we have the scripts engine, okay. So like it's all about creating those personalized icebreakers, okay. So let's say, for example, if you are emailing that particular lead, okay, we now these systems have almost all the details of a particular lead. So the subject line, let's say, of the email it can actually create in that manner, in that process manner, that there's the highest chance that lead will going to notice that, wait a second, how this particular person knows so much about me, okay. We have to get their attention, okay. Of course, like, that's the main part, getting their attention, making them sure, making them feel that we are noticing them, okay, as a sender, okay, as someone who's reaching out, okay, and not just going through the bulk of campaigns or something, okay, like automated campaigns. So we have to make them feel Okay, we have to make sure that they feel that we are noticing them. Okay, like we have to get noticed specifically. Yeah, that's it. And as I mentioned, we already have a lot of data, so the AI creates really highly personalized email bodies and scripts. And in terms of cold calling also, let's say you have funded a lead and you just know their first name and their business and maybe just what they're offering, and you have just found it somewhere in the landing page or something in the funnel, and you just give them a call. Okay, like we're putting this service. You're already calling them in a blank, let's be honest. Okay, because you just know about their name, okay, about their business name, the company name, and what their offer is very specifically. And this is a very basic data, but as a in cold calling, you have to sometimes connect with the person also. Okay, you have to connect with their situations. If you also like gonna say something that doesn't actually expected by the particular lead, then it's already a win for you, my friend. Yeah, and that's all. That's a very important part also. And as I mentioned, the more data we have, the more context we have about the particular lead, the better outreach will be. Same as for the calling. We have the more and more context of the particular lead's business and personal life. So the cold call or the emails or the LinkedIn DMs, Instagram DMs, Facebook Messenger DMs, everything will going to be much more personalized according to their tone, according to the level of business they have been on. Okay, so like everything is going to be just amplified. Okay, 10x. In scripts also, that's why AI excels. Okay, it can create bulk thousands of scripts for the thousands of prospects, leads in like an hour or something. Okay, like it's just excels in that part. And then we have the final step, and that is the campaign. So again, like now actually making them go through these omni-channel and multi-channel campaigns. So like for example, I have actually sent a lead a DM, a LinkedIn DM, let's say, and the lead saw that particular DM, but she didn't reply to the DM. Okay, so then I'm gonna actually have decided to wait for 1 to 2 days, and I'm gonna send them an email. Okay, so our AI is just gonna detect also that okay, that this particular lead has been has seen the DM maybe but hasn't replied for 1 or 2 days. Then it will going to automatically detect and send the emails. Okay, send a particular email mentioning that I have also sent you the LinkedIn DM, and also that their offer also with the blah 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 personalization, everything. Okay, with the personal script generated, making them feel that you have noticed them. Okay, like yeah, you actually care about them. Okay, like yeah, that's the overall thing. Okay, the point. And if let's say that they even not reply to your email, that's it, then it will gonna send some follow-ups also. Still we didn't get any replies or anything, then our system is gonna actually call them. Okay, to now actually gonna make a call mentioning both of these things, that I have also sent you the LinkedIn DM, I've also sent you the email. Now I'm actually calling you and like explaining the overall personalizations, offer and everything, getting the conversation and everything. It's like doing it can actually handle the complete omni-channel, multi-channel in an automated manner. Okay, with the personalization without compromising on the personalization, also in bulk volume as well, parallelly working as well. Yeah, that's the high real advantage of using these systems. Okay, then we have the final step. If at final lead will reply positively or ready for the appointment, because let's say at last we have got a great reply, positive reply from the lead. Okay, then there are 2 ways. Okay, that we have find out that most of the according to our research, most agencies would like to go on. Okay, so like first is, let's say if you have actually found out you have actually got a really great reply from a lead, so it is going to be handed to the human rep in your agency only, or decision makers, because the hardest part is already done. Okay, getting their attention, getting engaged with them, getting that positive reply, not going to be handed to the human reps. So they can actually do some more little bit conversation or talks, then eventually the appointments are going to be booked. Or the second part is that this is a particular option one. Okay, and that is that AI agent will only gonna handle the complete conversations, complete appointments, like setting from start to end, like from getting, if you like getting the reply also, AI will gonna reply them according to that their reply, matching their tones, and without dealing any responses, handling their objections and everything. And eventually making them going through to book the appointment, like making them to book the appointment at last finally. This is where everything is completely automated. This is where you have to actually engage with them only, okay, at final step, to just sharing a link with them, handling the objections maybe a little bit, and close them. Okay, but this is the completely automated, okay, like from start to end, literally. Okay, you start the system, creating the ICPs, everything, and at last you are just seeing your calendar filled with appointments. That's what the step allows you to do. Okay, yeah, so like that was the whole thing. So yeah, and let's say if lead hasn't replied or not interested right now, let's say, okay, then then the particular lead is going to be stored in the future reactivation database, because it's possible that the lead is not interested right now, but in future they might be interested, really interested. Okay, so yeah, we don't have to miss anyone, because of course, okay, we can't just miss them. Okay, we have to actually at least get their details. Okay, we have to store it somewhere, of course. So yeah, that was the whole basic version was, guys. I hope that you understand it really well. Okay, so I've explained you in a, I know that this was a really basic structure, but my main purpose was to actually tell you that how they are much more better than the manual SDRs in today's time right now. Okay, so I hope you understood that. Then I'm gonna, also explain you the advanced version also, but advanced version is like till here it's the same as a manual SDR. Okay, till here it's all just completely same. Okay, like we're actually storing the lead into a database for the future processing. Okay, that's when they not reply. If they reply, that's good, meetings are getting booked. That's what we care about. That's what matters for us the most. If they don't reply, leads is getting stored into a database. But after that, in advanced version, we're gonna find more decision makers. Of course, in a single step only, first time also you're gonna get different decision makers. Of course, you might be able to find them, but you're gonna try to find more of them now. Okay, like for example, for the first time you have finded a sales manager or a managing partner or something. Okay, but they might said not interested or something. It is gonna also try to go through the CEOs also now. Okay, because it is also gonna detect, okay, if leads, let's say messages yours says that they're gonna, because it's possible that the particular managing partner is only denied, okay, in the first interaction, because we are in the chat. Okay, we are not on the call till now, so that they're gonna ask the CEO or the founder, then tell us the decision, because it most likely not happens like that. Okay, because you are on a chat only. Okay, you have not even interacted into a Google Meet till now. You haven't been in a call till now, so it's possible that they are only not interested, and that's what the most cases are. Okay, of course. So we're going to try to find more decision makers, okay, unique ones from the same agency, because we have our secret sauce, in the systems that actually make sure that there's no case of duplication in any part. Okay, we have our different systems uniquely built it. So yeah, finding more decision makers. Then if we are able to find more decision makers of the same agency or organization or company, repeating the second step for all of these decision makers of the same agency. Okay, so like again, prospecting part, researching to those particular leads at their personal level now, because we already have the business information. We're gonna go to the leads person information also now a little bit. Okay, then scoring is actually going to be one-time analysis, as I have actually written also over here. Okay, so it is going to be a one-time analysis. Let me just highlight this also to make sure that you don't miss this. So it's a one-time analysis, okay, because we are actually analyzing their business. Okay, we don't have to analyze their we don't have to score as a lead, okay, to them. If they are a decision maker, okay, a valid, they are already qualified for us to contact. So it's a one-time analysis that we're going to do for the business. Okay, then scripts engine again going to be started, campaigns again going to be started. Okay, again the same thing, getting the messaging them, engaging with them omni-channel, multi-channel with follow-ups. At final, leads will reply positively or ready for the appointment. Handling the lead for the VSO manual, the same thing as I mentioned. Okay, at last our main goal is to just come till here. As a system, our main goal is just to come till here, which is just like booking the appointment with them to make sure that they book an appointment with us. So I hope guys you understood that how this whole thing is actually working. Okay, so yeah, that's what the whole system was, and you have got to know that how valuable these systems are exactly. Okay, that how good they are. Like they're around 7 to 10 times better in everything almost you can think of, from prospecting to research, okay, from scoring, like from scripts engine, everything from start to end. And they don't that's the this beauty of these AI SDRs. They don't sleep, they don't burn out, because in a human SDR, when they can actually only make around 100 calls or 150 calls max to max. And the first call they're gonna make, they will be like, okay, I'm gonna kill it. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that this leads come to the call. Okay, I'm gonna handle all the objections and everything. I'm just gonna make sure I'm gonna booking the appointment this week, qualifying them, scoring them, everything. But as the day getting starts to get end, as they uh, get to the last few calls of their particular day, they are just already completely sucked up. They're almost blank. Their brain power is like, their brain is now subconsciously saying that I just want to end this now. Okay, they care about the results still because they're working, but still they're subconsciously, they're like, okay, I just want to add this now. Okay, their creativity, their power of handling them through different hard situations is now almost like sucked up. Their energy is already sucked up. That's why. So I hope that you understood that how valuable these AIs just are in 2025, specifically for the B2B agencies. And that's for the whole video, guys. I hope that you understand. I hope you got to know a lot. I hope you have learned a lot about the AI SDRs and everything, how they're changing, okay, the landscape 2025 for the lead generation. So yeah, that's what the whole video is. And if you're also interested, okay, if you're a B2B agency owner, if you might be really interested to know more maybe about this, okay, so you can actually book a call with me. Okay, I have put a link below in the description, just to know more about these systems. Okay, you might have some questions, you might also get clear. No pitch, just something that you might also get things cleared, if it's a fit for you, if you can actually get benefit with these kind of systems and all. So yeah, that's for the whole video. I'm gonna meet you guys in another video. Okay, so yeah, bye.